Hey folks, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about copywriting, what it is, a few examples of it, and basically steps that you can take to become a good copywriter. Because the truth is, if you can be a good copywriter, there's really no limit to how much money you can make on a personal level, on a business level, whatever the case is. Now let me quickly jump into what copywriting is. Basically, the easiest way to understand it is it's the art of convincing people to buy or do something in perhaps a blog post, an email that you send out, a social media post that you write, or maybe a sales page where you're selling a product. The better you are at writing on these different examples that I just explained and convincing people to actually buy something off these sources, the better of a copywriter that you are. And I'm going to be giving you some examples of that in a moment, but I just want to show you something, which is some of the sales stats that I have. I run different blogs, websites, ads, and I basically convince people through copywriting to buy stuff that I recommend. And these are all sales, and people do buy this stuff in the tens of thousands. Here's an ad account that I run, and what I want you to focus on is where it says CONV, which stands for conversions. And conversions basically means people that opt in and buy stuff. And I have over 2,600 conversions. So at the very least, from that screenshot that I just showed you, I've convinced over 2,600 people to buy or sign up to something that I recommend. So when it comes to the art of copywriting, I think I'm pretty good at it. I won't say that I'm the best or something like that, but I think I'm pretty good to teach this. Now, as an example of what copywriting can look like, one of the ways that I can explain this to you is that, let's say for instance I have a website, and on this website I'm trying to sell some sort of diet product. A good copywriter would explain the benefits of this particular diet product and basically give the most important, easy to understand facts quickly, so people that read this can skim through it quickly and understand the benefits. So for example, so-and-so diet will help you lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Here are before and after pictures. Cindy lost 5 pounds in 4 days. Mark lost 12 pounds in 10 days. These little snippets that I just gave you of information are very easy to spot for people that are reading this sales page and see the benefits of that. It's a much better way of convincing people to buy something versus someone that writes like really long, difficult to understand paragraphs. Think about it this way. If someone is trying to explain very complex subjects like quantum physics to you, I don't know a thing about quantum physics, and most people don't either. But the better you would be at explaining quantum physics in a simple way to most people that would understand it, the better of a copywriter you would be. Now, in terms of specific examples and case studies that I have to show you, there's actually a link underneath this video that's going to take you to this blog post, and on it I cite 7 specific examples of copywriting and how I use them across different blog posts, websites, to basically write something and sell something successfully. And I explain to you certain things, like for example, one of them is over here, and I share my personal success story, and this is visual proof. This is an example of good copywriting. I share other people's success stories, and this is a positive reinforcement, which is a technique that's used in copywriting. And I just basically go into the details of these 7 case studies and why they work and why the copywriting techniques I basically use work. So you can mimic that as well. And I also explain to you how you can get started with that in addition to all other things. The good news about copywriting is that it's a very elastic skill, which means that you can use it like I do for affiliate marketing. You can use it for a personal business page that you're looking to promote. You can use it to create an ad that gets a lot of traffic and clicks and gets a lot of people to the offer that you're offering. You can use it to convince people to buy something through email marketing. You can use it on a resume if you're looking to get a job. You can use it to actually get a job as a copywriter. If you're a good copywriter and you're well known, people and companies will pay you a lot of money to write their pages as a copywriter so they can make more money, and in the process they pay you more. It's like, this is what I meant when I said that it's elastic. It's a very flexible career choice that you can have. And I also talk about the ethics of that as well, because unfortunately you do have a lot of situations where you have people that are good copywriters but total scam artists on the other end. And it's very important that if you're going to do business and marketing and all that kind of stuff, that you know how to distinguish between the good and bad, and you don't cross that line of ethics. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bullshit artists in this world that are really, really good talkers, and I know you've probably met them in your life, where people talk a big game, but when you start looking at the details of their life, they're really full of it. And that really extends into the copywriting world as well. So it's just all stuff that I talk about in the blog post below this video, and that's something I highly recommend that you check out if you're interested in copywriting, because like I said before, being a good copywriter means you can make a lot of money, and of course everybody wants to do that. So I give you the skills and techniques that I personally use in the blog post below this video, and I highly recommend that you check that out. If you have any questions about the subject of copywriting, you're more than welcome to ask me that. But with that said, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.